In today's guide, I'm going to be going over how to get all 32 pieces of heart that you need to get your health bar completely full. So to begin with, you need to drop down the well in Mabe Village, and there's a little heart piece just sitting in here. Next, we're going to head down to the trendy game, which is in the bottom right hand corner of Mabe Village. Pretty much the first time that you ever walk in there, you're going to see the Yoshi doll on the left and the heart piece in the middle. So you can go ahead and grab that and you're good to go. Next, we're going to head over to the fishing mini game, which is at the top of Mabe Village towards the left side. And the first time that you ever catch a small fish, it's basically going to tell you that there was something in its mouth, and you're going to pull out a heart piece. For the next one, we're actually going to stay in the same spot, and we're going to catch one of these bigger green fish. Once you do this, you're actually going to get rewarded with a lure, which is the medium weight lure. And for the prize of it being such a bigger fish, he's going to award you with another heart piece. Heading over to the town shop, which is more or less on the upper right hand side of Mabe Village. If you have 200 rupees, you can actually walk in and just buy a heart piece right from the beginning of the game. So there's another one down. Heading to the top right exit of the mysterious forest, as long as we have the Roc's Feather, we can jump across this gap and grab another heart piece here. And to the right of Crazy Tracy's in the Tabal Wastelands, if we head over to the top right of this little area, we can actually jump across a gap here and get another heart piece. Heading back to the cave in the mysterious forest that we had to go through to get to the toadstool, we can actually now pick up these little skulls that were in the way with our power bracelet, so we can get to this heart piece. Just outside of the right entrance to Mabe Village, if we head inside this little cave from Ukuku Prairie, we can actually see a heart piece in the bottom right here after you move a couple rocks and stuff out of the way. Heading to the far right in Ukuku Prairie, once we've actually gotten 5 of the secret seashells, we can go inside the seashell mansion to reclaim our first reward, and that is actually going to be a heart piece. Climbing up the ladder to get to the Tall mountain range, if we pick up the boulder and go into this little cave here, once we make it to the right section of the cave, there's actually a heart piece in the bottom right section here. We just have to move some of these rocks and stuff around, and we can get our way to it. Making our way to Pothole Field, which is right behind Richard's Villa, we can actually use our Pegasus boots to jump across a little gap in the top right to get another heart piece. Just to the right of Ukuku Prairie's waypoint, we can actually bomb this wall open right here and make our way into a little cave. In the cave, there's actually a chest in the bottom right that has a rupee in it, but there's another bomb wall in the top left of the room that we can blow open to get another heart piece. Heading over to the animal forest, if we make our way all the way around the perimeter of the village and make our way to the top, we can head over to the left to find one by itself. Inside the cave of Yarna Desert, we can actually bomb open a wall in the top of the cave and unlock a secret room with a heart piece inside. Heading over to Dampe Shack, if we complete the chamber dungeon titled Fill Up Your Hearts, we will actually be rewarded with a heart piece for completing this specific chamber. After completing Key Cavern, as long as you've been going back to the trendy game every so often and collecting the new items in there, there should be a new heart piece once you've beaten that dungeon, so head back there and grab this one from the trendy game. Once you have the flippers, you can actually teleport to the Tall Heights waypoint and jump in the water to the right, and there's a cave directly above you. Inside, you can dive under the water to grab a heart piece. Hopping in the water around Koholint Castle, we can actually make our way all the way around to the left side next to the little entrance and dive underneath for another heart piece. Heading down to Martha's Bay, if we hop in the water just to the right of the waypoint, we can actually head down as far as possible to find another heart piece underwater. Directly below the heart piece that we just got in the water, we can jump across this little gap and head down into this cave, where we can actually hop in the water and swim up just a bit and then dive underneath to find another heart piece. Heading over to the underground cave that we used to get to Animal Village for the first time, if we have the flippers, we can actually break these little things in the way and hop down into the water here where it's deep and grab another heart piece from underneath the water. In the very top right of Animal Village, there's actually a cave wall that we can bomb open. Heading into the cave, as long as we have the hook shot and some bombs, we can kind of finagle our way to the very top left after we blow up one of the little rocks that's in the way and hook shot our way across to find another heart piece in the top left. Heading back to the mysterious forest, now that we have the hook shot, we can return to the little cave that's inside the wooden log and make our way to the top left with the hook shot now that we have it, and we can move these rocks out of the way to grab another heart piece. From either the cemetery entrance or the little entrance below the witch's hut, we can go into this little cave here and blow up this rock in the way, and you're supposed to use the hook shot here, but I actually ended up using just the Pegasus boots to jump the gap. It's a little bit harder because there's only one space, so it's a little bit, you know, kind of weird to get your speed up right here to jump across, but you can do it if you just, you know, try a couple of times or whatever. And then once you hop across the gap, you can actually grab this heart piece and move the other boulders out of the way so you can get back out. After we've completed Catfish's Maw, if we go back to Dampe and do the little chamber dungeon called Passageway Central, we can actually get another heart piece from this. Heading to the top right of the map to do the Rapids Raid little mini game, as long as you use your hook shot to stay as far left as possible, you can make your way over to this little island where you'll find another heart piece. And then switching over to the Rapids Race, we can actually finish the race in under 40 seconds to be rewarded with another heart piece. After you're done with those two, if you head into the cave to the left of the exit of the ride, you can actually use your hook shot to get across to the top right of the cave to get another heart piece. Heading back to the Tall mountain range, now that we have our hook shot, we can make our way across the bridge and cut open this bush to find a secret cave. Inside the cave, if we go to the bottom of this first room, there's a bomb wall here. We can actually blow this open and head into a room where we can go into the next room and find another heart piece. Heading west through the Tall mountain range, once we reach this little section before we go in the cave, we can head to the left here and find another heart piece on this little ledge. Once you get to Turtle Rock Cave, make sure you take the time once you actually go out to the little section where you go outside to get to the next room. You walk up onto this little pedestal here so that way you can grab one of these heart pieces. It's kind of hidden in the grass there. And for the final heart piece, this is actually a full heart piece. Once you've completed all 8 dungeons, go back to Dampe's shack and make sure you do all of his little dungeon arrangement challenges or whatever, the little chamber dungeons. And once you do the last one, which is called Ticking Clock, you'll be rewarded with a full heart piece, which should end up filling up your entire heart gauge in the top left. But anyways, that's going to be all of the heart pieces and everything, so you should now have a full health bar, which is really nice to look at. So other than that, we're going to be heading on to the next boss in the last episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.